Ladies and gentlemen, where are they? Testing. Is it live? Sir, we're looking for live. There it is. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're watching this and it does not say live at the bottom of the screen, unfortunately, you're watching the recap. The good news is we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Man, I gotta turn this down. 30 minutes before open. Hold on. Test. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, that's good. 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press hi chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Good morning. We're starting a little bit late here. I had a few different things come up, and I forgot to get this scheduled for you guys. So at least we're here. At least we're ready. And today is a big earnings day. You actually had a lot of companies this morning go off, so we have a lot more companies to look at. But I love the timing. I love the timing of all of this, ladies and gentlemen. So good morning, Chad. Chad, good morning. Please say good morning to your fellow Chad. You know, say hello to the Chad next to you. If you'd like to get up and greet them, you could hug them. You could shake their hand. That'd be nice. You could do that. You know, good morning. Yeah, GG and GM. GM and GG, man. GM and GG. Just say hello. You know, we're here. You got people from all over the world. We live in a beautiful place. We have a lot of beautiful people. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a very, very important concept. So the day is about to begin. We're going to get going here. Before we do that, before we do anything, we talked about this yesterday, baby. We got beautiful people. Again, we talked about it right now, all over the world, but especially in here. And we have to give a special shout out to all of our veterans. So we can't forget, even if we start late, we must give some love to our veterans. All my veterans out there, on behalf of the cult, thank you so much for all of your service. A lot of us do not recognize and cannot even fathom what a lot of veterans and people in the military have sacrificed for us. So thank you. On behalf of the cult, we appreciate you. God bless you. And also, shout out to the police officers, the firefighters, the doctors, the nurses, the teachers, all of the other public servants out there. We love you too. Shout out to the cult. So ladies and gentlemen, please say it with me. Right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Send it to Jets! Oh, it's game time, baby. It's game time. Horn! Get your ass up. Make your ass up. Good morning. I'm going to give you a stimulus bill to your dome. You stimulate your dome. Get ready. It's game time. Whew. Hope you're ready. So we got some big earnings today, especially after hours. I know we're going to get Intel. Surprisingly, we talked about this on the watch list yesterday. Some of the premiums here are pretty wild, low key. I mean, the market hasn't been, pricing in. It's been pricing in very, very small amounts. So it's actually very interesting to see how it's playing out. So, hold on. And then we got to wait for continuations. Hopefully Tesla comes out or Tesla continues. That'd be nice, but I think the CMG is clapped. I think Intel is going to be cool. Okay. Facebook and Twitter starting to bloom on subpoena news. Well, I'm going to watch Intel, Tesla, Chipotle, Snapchat, DraftKings, Donuts, BA, Apple, and Facebook. These are going to be interesting ones today. We'll see. Yeah, Coca-Cola beat, but their revenue declined. I was like, oh my God, deflation. Not the deflationary effects. Sorry. Wait, please hold. What time is it? 6. We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Josh, I have DVR mode on. Boo. Boo. All of you guys are going to fall behind. Everyone's going to be like, oh, I love the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll be like, dude, the market's about to close. I don't know. I think you're at the wrong point. My bad, bro. I appreciate you. Hold on. I need to... Don't. Ding, 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 ding. Round one. Fight. Okay. How are we starting? Dude, this is something very, very interesting. I don't know if you guys see it here. We're not gapping up. The last every single day this week, you've not had a pre-market gap up or anything of that nature, gap up or down. You're literally opening right at the close, and then it's kind of, I guess this kind of is a gap up a little bit, but not really. No, yeah, it's really, really weird. True Carb 3, Microsoft, red to green. Call it out if you guys see it. Snapchat to 40. We will see. Today will be important. Remember, Intel has earnings after hours. Watch Coca-Cola as well, too. And then Tesla, Chipotle, if those, if those keep going up. Chipotle's down 68. That might surprise, maybe, but I doubt it if that continues. Those Facebooks came back up, actually. That's funny. Those Facebook weeklies yesterday that got clapped, those are up right now. So that's actually really, really weird. So I guess Facebook's up another %, but I think those I think IV's going to start pumping into Facebook. There's Intel. Oh, no. Hey, Intel. Align. Oh, I forgot about Align. Shit. Hold on. We could pull the strategy off on Align. Hold on. Good call. Good call. Good call. It all depends on what contracts are available. Greedy bastards. These guys have so many different contracts, Greedy bastards. Well, you could play the theta burn off of, let's see. You wanted to just give it 5 to 15 minutes. But that chain already, they have a lot of contracts, but you could maybe play the weeklies, but everything else is going to be very, very expensive, Habibi. Very expensive. Tesla's dropping, Intel down almost 1%. Tesla really wrecking. Facebook, again, watch those Facebook contracts. Now those are kind of depreciating. Snapchat kind of coming up. Is the Netflix play dead? Oh, shit, where's Netflix at? I forgot. No, the Netflix play is like money almost. The Netflix play, you're up 8%, it says, but the Netflix play should fall in the money, right, or fall out of the money right now and profit us. SDC up 16. Microsoft, Las Vegas Sands, 7%. That's an earnings move. Someone watch the aligned contracts. We need them to get cheap. Let me set the in. CSX up 7. SDC running with a line. Like, everybody's getting braces right now. It's a great investment. What do they want to charge? They want to charge me big percentage premium. Twitter. We need Netflix to drop. Twitter's down 1.5. There's a line still. Snapchat's up. Facebook, again, that was getting premium. Facebook came down a little bit. Snapchat. What a stock, man. What a stock. Senate Judiciary authorizes Facebook, Twitter subpoenas. Apple mentioned positive. Did you guys positively like the video? I don't know. Hi, chat. X out chat. Kimber Morgan on the low ticker. Oh. Okay. Good balance between low ticker and high ticker movement right there. Very interesting 4 minutes. A line keeps going up. I don't know. The options are pretty expensive. I'm looking at the Intel for the options for earnings. We might have to wait till end of the day. What else is there? CSX. Let's see. Tesla, Chipotle. Tesla's whack. Chipotle keeps selling off. That could be nice, but we're far. You say people get braces so the parents to show that they have money. Nah, man. Like, we didn't have that much money. I had to get braces. My my shit was jacked up, bro. Like, I think I had 18 cavities and like 18 gaps. It was crazy. It was wild. I had an over-under bite. It was crazy. That wasn't even... Yeah, man. Now my mom wouldn't even look at it. She's like, that's too ugly. She had to take me in. I was like, what? That's crazy. I thought you were supposed to be my mom. No, oh my, I have something to tell you about my mom. I have a mom story. I have a mom story. It's not that cool. It's not as cool as any of the other mom stories, but it's funny. VIX dropping hard. I mean, is this if this sustains a 0.25%, we'll see. Again, we have very very like weird starts in the morning, so we'll see if it does this whole just up and pop and drop, and we'll see how fuel it is. Bitcoin going crazy. Coca-Cola, Facebook shooting up, dude. Those Facebook options, I'm telling you, that's weird. It's very, very weird. Those are holding up. I want to see how those play out there. Because that'll get interesting. Intel's coming up. Coca-Cola minorly clapped. I had to get Invisalign. I didn't wear my retainer. Oh, I know. I have a huge gap again. I like it though. I feel like one of those ugly models. You know, like those models at Gucci who are like, they're so ugly they became models. And you know what I'm saying? I have it going down now. I really do. I got the big gap. I got the big lips. So I'm like, what's up? I like it. I think I pull it off. You know exactly what I'm talking about. No. I like Intel the most. Peloton up. Anyways, about to try day trading. Try with the small amount. Go small. You can't ever lose more money than you put in. So you'll hear people talk about blowing up their accounts, but you can only blow up your account if you put all the money in there. Intel rocket since McAfee's going probably maybe. I think Intel is going to be good. Not like a good earnings. I think it's going to be pivotal. I think if we do see anything, I mean, after this week, that's going to be your final like after hours company, I'd say. And then we're talking today. Yeah, you're gonna get the whole stimulus. What did I call it? It's the Pelosi, Munchkin, Schumer, McConnell drama. You know, you want some of that McConnell drama. Some of y'all got baby mama drama. Some of us got McConnell drama. You know, so quite difficult. But we're gonna because we're difficult because we don't know. We're gonna hear back and forth. They said 10:45, I think, and then I'm sure we'll see around 3 p.m. what happens. But then the real question is tomorrow. That you see what this is just like the trade war. This is just like the TikTok deal. You have to realize what has already happened. Something has already happened with that deal. Do you guys get that? Like, think this is what happened with the trade war. This is what happened with everything. The damn deadline has already passed. That's it. That's all that matters. You see what I'm saying? So, like, when it's all said and done, Tuesday was that deadline. She said if we don't get anything by the end of this week, then given the timeline, it would be hard to pass anything before election for stimulus. So that is where I'm like, it's going to be a little interesting here. It's going to be interesting because I think it's a soft landing at this point. You already missed it. Why they don't want to pass it before election? That is a question. That's a deep question. Moderna over 30,000 enrolled. Wasn't it ended next week? Was it? It could be potentially, but I thought this week. Ended next week if they have an agreement today. They need to agree, send it into next. No, it has to be this week. Like, it's literally. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm only saying that just because, like, dude, we got 8 trading days. So, like, look at after this week, you get that trading week. So after today and tomorrow, once we come into Monday, you get that whole trading week, and then by that Tuesday is the election. Amazon getting clapped. Kind of. Amazon just went red. It's interesting how the social media stocks are moving. I got RKT on the small account. RKT. It's good, It's going to make a look very, very bad right now. Very, very bad looking. But, Rocket Mortgage, this is a rocket. Oh, shit. No rocket. Ban the rocket. But you get it. Tesla going off low. Chipotle bounced. Morning, love you. God bless you, little Einstein, man. Everything's staying. That's why I was surprised, dude. I was saying all that shit on Tesla yesterday. Like, the market maker was right that these stocks weren't going to move. And I'm pretty shocked, low key, just at least with the bigger ones. So we'll see. But I mean, we have a few moving pieces right now. Everything from your stimulus to earnings and what these earnings mean, and now some of this other legislation. Oh, yeah, where's DraftKings Donuts? Let's take a little DraftKings gander. Oh, DraftKings Donuts getting clapped again, kind of, but it's still green. That's good. We're barely missing that Netflix. Oh, come on, Netflix. It wants to do it. I don't know. Has anybody tried to close these? It says it's had profit the last few days. Bro, it's cucking us. You need if Netflix drops $2 from here, $4 from here, you make $2,000, or at least you should start getting a majority of it. You closed at 50. I didn't know that play went up to 50. That's crazy. I'm excited. DraftKings red right after I look at it. Come on, that's kind of funny. Now there you go, Netflix. Why is it right when I look away they start moving? Come on, Netflix. How good do we like that? You want to close it for credit? Yes, that's the idea. We have a credit spread, so it should be good. Indeed, a Snaposaurus. Hey, man. Yeah, no, this dude, Tesla didn't. So the market maker was right. So imagine all that stuff I was saying yesterday. I was wrong. I was completely, the market maker I said I disagreed with the market maker, and the market maker's like, nah, G, like, nah, like, see, I told you. Because, like, Tesla did not move. Even then, historically, this is a very, very small move for them. A line beat the market maker for sure. For sure. I feel like Snapchat, I've thought this is the funniest thing with Snapchat. Now that it has like a higher stock price, all of the like out of touch old people, and excuse me if you're out of touch and old, I feel like they're gonna all start once they see the stock now. They're just gonna use the higher price to justify. They'll be like, yeah, kids use it, right? That's why it's so expensive. And then they're just gonna. That's it now. It literally just became like a TikTok in a weird way to all the people who don't know about Snap because they're like, it's I see, that's Snapchat. I'm sure it's like TikTok. I'm sure it's like TokTurk. TokTurk. The clock app. Not the alarm. No. It's a new Facebook. No, you know why? Because Snapchat's the only application, like social media app, that your parents and old people have not infested yet. If you think about it. Like, I used to be on Facebook back when I bought the shares in 2012. And then my mom started showing up, or my aunt and family members, and then like my friends, like moms and shit, would like comment on my photos at college. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Same things now. Look at TikTok. Same things happening to TikTok. That's it. Instagram is the same thing. So I think Snapchat has been preserved. Good morning, baby. Woke up a little late. Did you go to the gym? Facebook's on the low ticker. Are you kidding me? Dude, Facebook just did a quick turnaround. Now those plays are clapped. Yeah. My aunt found me smoking hookah on Facebook, thought it was a wild drug, and told my mom. Yeah, my parents saw my Facebook once when I was a kid. And they saw what I was liking. And like, so like any page that I would like, they took it literally. Like, Josh likes this. Like, they're like, I can't look what you liked. And there were some weird profile names in like pages, And yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I didn't go outside for like 6 months. I think Snap topped out at 38.50 yesterday. What's a world star? No. You think my parents know what world star is? If I showed up on World Star and they saw world, I would say, Mom, it's an astrology class. It's about space. And say, oh, okay. I said, that's it. It makes a lot of sense. World Star is education for the world. It's a gen ed class. I have to take it. No, actually, I have something funny. It sucks that today I was like, man, I had a good workout in yesterday, but I talked to my mom yesterday. What do you think? Mom said, look at Tesla hitting a low. Hold on. Interesting. I'll tell you the funny mom story. My mom asked me a question yesterday, and it was hilarious, or it was just like, it was interesting because it's a question you guys ask me. She asked me the same question you guys ask me. AT&T 5.6. Damn. Okay, AT&T. She said, "What's the play?" No. I don't think my mom asked me to show my face. No. Yeah, she said, I don't get. She said, how do you have all of this energy? She said, why do you sound like that every day? You sound so uplifting. I said, let's go, baby. I said, you got to get hype, Mom. Flip the switch. We don't play around. It's a cult. It's like, come on. I thought that was funny, though, because I was like, man, even a lot of people genuinely have that question. I should have pulled the horn out. Let's go, moms. In other news, speaking of energy, some guy at the gym, he totally slang some. He slung me some of that Jack 3D original compound. If any of you remember. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I have it. I haven't taken it yet. Nah, this guy, it was the guy at the that little weight, like the little juice bar. It's like I was just dying and I needed water, and I was like, dude, you got water here? And then he's like, yeah, and then he starts talking to me, and then he just keeps asking me questions. I'm just like, man, I'm real tired today. It's just, dude, he pulled some shit out of the underneath the cupboard, bro. Yo, man, bro. He was like, he's like, you remember the original Jack 3D? I was like, yeah. Uh-huh. Drink this, you'll never be tired again. Man. So I'm excited. We're gonna try that. Not today though. Today's a day off. You have to push that when you ran at GN. What the hell were they doing at GN? Where's GNC stock? Remember they got clapped? Yeah, GNC stock doesn't even exist anymore. You guys remember? Some of us used to trade that in here. I remember there was that one big day. Was it Ackman? There's the GNC Ackman. Does anybody remember that? That was a while ago. I could take a scoop right now, but I have other priorities. I don't want to do that. They went bankrupt. Yeah, they had something. I remember there's something. Tesla's getting clapped right now on the low ticker, but Tesla's just going to stay in the dude. Iron Condors would have killed it. Selling the premium would have killed it. I still have the Intel calls from last week, and then I have old January Intel puts, but I might make another play on Intel. We'll see. I might have to wait till the end of the day. Aged bottle of Jack 3D. Made a year today being here every day. Let's go. Horn! Amen. What do I know about the Great Reset? Depends what you're referencing. Are we talking the first Jubilee? Are you talking ancient Babylonia? Are you talking modern day zero hedge articles? What are we talking? God, give me something. You think this flip-flopping from Dems done intentionally? It's hard to say. I think that's politics. I think the stock market has not been drawn into it, both fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, as it's not disrupting investment and financial markets, keeping things stable. But then there's also it's also counterproductive. If Wall Street was involved, Unfortunately, that's the part is that you would have a deal a lot faster. So we'll see. It's very, very hard to say. About Yeti. Well, it's going to be I think a lot of the smaller companies like Align or these like smaller growth companies, they're decent size that could grow still. I think those will go crazy, but then it's going to be hard figuring out the bigger names. What if Intel sold their chip because they need money? Well, it could be, but even then, it might even help them save money. If you scream horn louder than actual horn, then the warning loses its purpose. If you're not on live and you're a couple minutes behind, you lose the whole live aspect in a way. Maybe contested with FBI saying Iran getting into... It's already going to be contested. Again, all the volatility is... all the contracts, every contract in the world is already pricing in volatility till next March, which is crazy. So that means, up until even January, February, people are still expecting an election type effect. Even then, you guys remember when I brought that up to you guys a few months ago? Remember when I said the United States is now an emerging market? Yeah, does anybody remember that? That's what's happening. Because again, the VIX is still elevated, and that's what, go look at I just think this, if hypothetically speaking, if everything didn't go bad, right? Like if literally there was a full-blown recovery and we don't see any, we saw the worst of it already, then what you're seeing with option prices is we're just in an emerging market. That's why volatility is up. But, expectations expectations and volatility expectations, implied volatility, I think it's going to be up coming into the election, essentially. Or you see past that, because I think we're just an emerging market. We're just hitting these new levels. We're going higher and higher, but with more risk, more money pumped in the system, it's just like we're just an emerging market in a weird way. DraftKings broke support. That's how you build muscle. You have to tear the muscle and let it rebuild. Okay? So he's just sore. He's just getting a real deep set. He's doing a negative rep right now, to make sure we could, really get some good form. LT Baby Watch? What the hell is that? Is that like a new, like an iWatch? New LT Baby Watch brought to you by Lending Tips in the Colt. Can't wake up in the morning? What if you had a watch that cried like a baby? We got ideas on our hand. DraftKings on decline bench. Would you let me make a music video for one of your Uncle Answer songs if I sent the script to me? You got to take that up with Uncle. I can't. Uncle's an asshole. Hey, do this. Follow me on Instagram. You guys go to my Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. You guys will see something. Go to at the Trading Fraternity. Follow me on Instagram. Tell me what you see. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Spy's coming. not SPY, DraftKings coming down a little bit, but SPY's at an interesting point. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile, press high chat, X out the chat, hit that thumbs up button. Second link for the Nightly Watch, this is the main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate course. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. I'll be right back. Hi. I know Facebooky and what's the UVXY? Oh, Snapchat. That new high? That new high on Snapchat? They're going to a brokerage model in many markets, hiring agents, keeping the leads instead of selling them. Oh, Zillow wants to copy Redfin? What was I supposed to see on Instagram that I'm not chosen? Shade thrown? Did you not listen to the first part I said to your question? I was talking about other people. But I decline your offer now. Because clearly you'll misinterpret me. And because you think I'm uncle, so yeah. 38.89. Wow. Dude, if Snapchat you can't provide, isn't that weird to type? That's so true. That's weird. Snapchat at 40? Crazy. I bought it all-time high. I know, bro. Last purchase on the Robinhood was at like $22. I still did very good. $22 ended up being great price. Even then, 22 is the most expensive we kept buying it at. We were like, damn. How much do you think Snap will be worth in 10 years? I thought of a price target yesterday. You want to know my price target on Snap? I have my Snap price target. You want my Snap price target? This does not mean, okay, take this with a grain of salt. I own a lot of shares in this company, so I'm extremely biased. This is not a recommendation, advice, or anything of that nature. I'm not a professional financial advisor. I have no idea where this stock is going to be, and I'm internally confused if I'm a human or Elmo. So I would not listen to somebody as unstable as me. So that being said, my price target on Snapchat, I don't know, maybe in the next 10 years, I don't know, maybe a 5-year PTO, $300. That's it. Call it a day. I thought about it. $400 billion market cap. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. I'm gonna give him a $400 billion market cap. That's it. So Snap will be delisted below $1 when something better takes its place. Until then, raise a glass and cheers. You know what I'm saying? We got some time. Oh, Arketi, I tell you, Arkite. Small account play on Tesla. Yeah, we got, I was wrong. I was completely, I was right. I would take that Tesla play any day. I hope you guys know that. I would take that Tesla play any day. In this instance, the market maker was correct and we were wrong. Very, very, I'm surprised myself, but I'll take that $60 on a stock like that for both ways. That's criteria right there. That was so low IV for Tesla. Yeah, I was right on that concept, but again, the market maker was right. That's how we make money on this. It's either if you could read the chain and you know what the market maker's saying and you have that historical background because we've been watching the markets, you gotta know that, but you either agree or disagree. In that case, I disagreed with the market maker and I was wrong. But that's why $60 on that. The other one I lost 1,000. Because remember, I did the next week's with $1,200. Those went down 50%. I'm not a troll. I'm being realistic. Hey, I didn't say you were trolling. I literally said until then, toast. If you're asking me how to profit off the idea, I would short it or I would buy a bunch of puts. If you were really convicted in that idea. The only issue would be hard to time when a new competitor would be able to come and take market share. So maybe equity short would be your best bet if you wanted to profit off that. And then you could hedge it with calls, but then that might spur the stock up. Yeah, I'm down. The AT&T's clapped, but it's good. I think it's good. We got it's a season. See, the fact that you got Snapchat moving up a little bit, it's different. That bought us a quarter. So now even then, if anything else underperforms, we're going to be able to focus on what we want, but it'll have its effect. So it's not, but AT&T, again, I don't know how big our AT&T, I need to open up the other one. I think jobless claims came out already. I think they were better than expected. I clapped on every single option this week. I got clapped on a lot of them too. I said that on the watch list. That's why premium selling has been very, very good. Obviously we got clapped on the DraftKings, but there's been other plays there, but it's still been the UV, you see it reflected in the UVXY. It's been very, very difficult to take an option from premium to profit just because you're getting these pops, but the pops are smaller, and then you're not taking. It's just very difficult right now. Again, a lot of people are talking about quitting, not like quit. Some people are talking like quitting, and some people are talking about maybe you sit out till the election. I think the key is going to be, it's going to be a mix of, I see opportunity there. It does suck, but I like the opportunity. I see it because, again, you're seeing a lot. That's why I'm paying attention now, because it's like, look at what Tesla did, look at what Chipotle did, but then look at what Snapchat did, look at what Align did. It's still popping. It's still a pivotal quarter here as at Q3. So that's what I'm really like. It's just, you got to be choosy and you got to control the budget. If anything taught us something yesterday, we should take more plays of the Tesla, the smaller one. That's it. The big ones will cost us, but I think if you start taking a bunch of L's, we need to go small. But that's why. I mean, I think it's part of it. You gotta, if you could small good decisions, but then you gotta survive this season. That's it. If you could get over this hump, I mean, it's always gonna lead into an open lane. You just got to keep it small. I think that's been the killer. Water. Stamina, baby. Feet in front of you. It is. I think the election is going to be interesting, but then I don't want to lose sight of what the elections usually do this. Like, usually the elections, it's not volatile usually. Remember, I say people like freak out, but then it's really not. So I just don't want to forget that maybe the election may not be as volatile as we think. Again, I think there's just other stuff going on. If I start leaning in on this computer, I'm going to start looking like an old elite. I feel, bro. UVXY pop, SPY coming down a little bit. Amazon new low. I'm thankful you're here too, baby. God bless you. And then you got that long term. And even if the market doesn't make any sense, that's why the long term is good. I mean, honestly, I've always said no trades are recommendations. I've made it very clear on what the long term is. The long term is a good blueprint. Obviously, I'm not a financial professional, but that's where it helps you in this case. You see what I'm saying? You have something working for you in whenever so other opportunities could open up. I have old Intel plays. I might make it other way. Yeah, this election is important, but it just usually this happens a lot though, where there's a lot of like same thing happened with Trump in 2016. This is looking a lot like 2016's election, similar traits, and that's exactly what happened. A lot of people were expecting it to be like this and that, but it ended up not playing out like that. Any monthly dividend stocks? Why do you need monthly? I still have those gold Januaries clapped, I'm pretty sure. January to the 260s, down 76%. If you haven't spread out 3-4 months. It's true. Yeah, we have it. Like our setup pays us monthly. I would average down. I mean, I like it's even like the EEMs. You'll notice like some of the EEMs are holding up a little better. Some are down 50%. Some are break even. But the idea is we've seen it with this market. That's the it's literally trading like real insurance. If it's not being used, it's devalued. But then the minute volatility hits, those things shoot right back up. That's why kind of those are the only way you're going to make money off of those. So really our what's it called? The model moving forward, it just really has to, it's going to be based on policy. I mean, that's that or the Fed. You need something to, or if there is any other developments with anything else. But the stimulus is key, but the stimulus also is what's delayed a lot of things. But I mean, we just have to see at that point. I mean, I'm excited. I don't know. I feel like it still makes a lot of sense. I mean, everything. I think we're still solidly in play. It's kind of like the long term. It just even with some of these plays, I don't want to get caught without it, if that makes sense. But the thing that's easy to do is it's very easy to get caught over insuring undervalued portfolio, and that's what I think is going to happen here. Even with earnings, it's just easy to spend a lot of money when you could have a little bit amount of protection. The right protection will go a long way. That's it. Where is that Netflix? Oh, that Netflix. I think it's falling out the money now. There it is. So it says that one Netflix from earnings now saying we got 28%, $500. Because remember, that says a 42 or 45? 42. So 45 is the top end. So now we start to take profits in between anything below here. I didn't know it muted me. No, I have for the DraftKings, I was even looking. There's actually good rollover opportunities. So remember from the last video, the question is going to be, do you get the credit back? And you actually could. So I'm going to have a rollover on the DraftKings. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. Same strategy. I'll push it till expiration regardless. And we'll see what happens from there. Actually, it depends on, because I think what are those puts worth? Oh, the puts are break even. It might be good to roll over now, low key. Just because those 40 puts, the insurance is the same price. So if I sell out of those and get my money back, I could roll over and get the other ones. Beyond on the low, SPY coming down. No, I'm looking at some SPY hitting another new low. I'm seeing how I want to see, because I didn't, the DraftKings at 40, since I realized today's Thursday. So I'm trying to see something. Man. What time is that? 10:40. I think at 10:45, we're going to hear something. Huh? Nice SPY coming down again. Again, this is a different. Think about the last few days. We've been going up and then selling off. So this is a little bit different, but now also you're getting a lot more reaction out the UVXY. SPY's barely down. UVXY's up 0.5%. Okay, SPY, bigger red there. Okay. So I did something here. Oh, where's that play? Okay, I did a play. Where is it, dude? Huh? Oh, there it is. Okay, so here, hold on. Okay. So I'll show you guys what we did here. So I did it's kind of a little bit unique, but I noticed I could get the same amount with November. I'm done playing this waiting game with DraftKings. So this is what I did here. I'm still holding the put. I'm going to sell it now. I closed the last debit spread. Remember the last credit spread. So here, let me sell these real quick. So look, we're going to get some profit on this. That's at least good. Okay, so we sold those at $1,500, made like $300 on there now. So that's sold, but now I've rolled over completely. We're still down the same, 19,000. I was down 18,000 max, right? So here's our 18,000. I actually have credit still. I was able to roll this over for the exact same price, or about 30 cents more on 18 contracts. So pretty much I have the same exact 20,000. I could get all my money back still, but now I just pushed this all the way back to November. So same play, same exact thing, but the only way we lose is if somebody assigns us, and then I'm forced to just take the total loss. So other than that, I've taken that whole play from the last two, rolled it over, got all of the money back. That's why we're down here. Yeah, we're down 19,000 on it. That's what happens with these credit spreads when, remember, high risk, high reward, or high risk, high probability. But thankfully, DraftKings has been getting clobbered because, again, even rationality speaking, I'm like tripling down. I'm not, though. you have to, what's it called? If I get assigned, I'll just take the loss and then I could reopen it. The only way this play sucks is if the credit drops. But you have to realize that DraftKings is getting clobbered. So what do you think is happening to the premiums? I'm just staying in the play. That's it. It's understanding max. Like this play, you can't lose more than where it's at right now. So by rolling into it, what do I have to lose? That all I have to lose is tying up money that I wasn't using anyways. So if I get assigned, I could just literally reopen the same play if I wanted to, or sell it outside of the money. Yeah, it does have to bounce. You're right. That's it. But if it didn't bounce, let's say, right, and if it didn't bounce and I didn't roll over, I would be in the same position. So if by rolling over and it doesn't bounce, I lose nothing. It costs me nothing to roll this over. So that's the only. There's more upside than downside to not. It would be more like if you put it on paper, it's stupider to not roll this play over if the premium is as high as it is. But come on, you guys got to learn something from it. You got to learn it. It's kind of fun to watch. I mean, it's a shitty loss, but I mean, I've had fun. I don't know about you guys. I think it was worth it. I still like it. I like the DraftKings play. I have my other naked puts on it. I still like the company. So I think it's pretty chill. Hopefully you guys got to take something out of that. But now, again, it's the same exact concept from what's it called? Same exact concept from last week. Hopefully you guys watched that rollover video because it's the same. It's the same exact. It's the same exact logic. How much credit do you get back? How much did you lose? So again, max loss on that play is 18,000. I collected 19,800. So I could still, when it's all said and done, if DraftKings would have to go up a lot now, but if it did do that, we would be able to. We're still walking away with credit. That's the difference. I'm not paying to stay in this play. The assignment's based on luck or demand for the stock usually. So if people wanted to keep shorting it and doing other stuff, and then you're in the money and the market maker wanted it, they'd take it. That's the only thing that sucks about selling in the money credit spreads. Apple getting clobbered, actually. Apple's leading on the way down. Am I selling my DraftKings shares? No. At this point, I'm committed to buy 1,300 DraftKings shares. And I'm with it for the culture. It is still kind of a range. This is only half a point, but this is a little bit lower. This is breaking us down to yesterday's low. So if it picks up from here, man, this could be this could get a little bit negative here because it's only been an hour. It's only been an hour, and now you're hitting the bottom end of this. Start trying Robinhood or Cash App. Robinhood's probably a little better than Cash App, I would say. $10:45 Eastern for Pelosi. You guys could just say the time. You don't have to be mean. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be mean about it. Just Nancy. Just... 7:45 a.m., 10 Eastern. You roll over credit spreads. Go watch the video from last week. The video's titled "My $70,000 DraftKings Play." You guys should go watch it. If you do, you'll get to see. I go. It's the same exact. That's literally everything I showed you last week. Nothing has changed except for the dates now. And then I did something. What do you guys notice I did with the DraftKings? I did something very, very specific here. We said F the bullshit. We did something. What was that? You're like family. I love you. God bless you. We did roll over, but we did something. The put's the same. Strike price is the same. I raised the put because I raised this value. That's the only thing. Oh, shit. I low-key didn't. Oh, yeah. Damn it. We raised this up. Oh, man. That raises the collateral. Damn it. I just took like an extra $1,000 at least. I took an extra $2K loss on that now. I added $2K potential loss to that. But I have more time. That was the key. That's what I wanted. Because now this isn't about, we don't have to play this game every weekend. You see what I'm saying? So now I tried it. We did one weekly, didn't work. Rolled over to another weekly, didn't work. Now, screw you, take me to earnings. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's go for the time will eventually. Now I really don't care about that play. No, I need to get back up to 50 to get my money back. Anything over 40, I'll break even, but or like 43, 44, I break even or something. But no, I need more. I need a lot. Well, you can't keep rolling over till you win because the only thing that's helping us is the fact that DraftKings is getting clobbered. So what do you think is happening to the price of the options? You see, there's a lot of implied volatility. So that's what's keeping the credit up. That's it. But the minute it starts like cucking, you might not be able to roll out of it. UVXY dropping a little snap. Where is that Netflix? On Netflix, 30%. Now it's dropping a little bit. Do you roll over? I roll over if I don't have a profit. That's it. And it makes sense. If I could roll, the key to rolling over is making sure you could get a profit out of it. So if you can't roll over with credit, then you have to pack your bags. Then you have to be able to say, hey, do I want to chase this? Am I willing to go after it again or not? Like at this point, I'm still I'm doing the exact same play that I did 2 weeks ago. That's it. Just because I've been clicking other buttons, nothing has changed about the play except now I'm receiving $1,000 less potential profit. But I'm still doing everything to make a profit. I'm not doing this to make my money back and then not even walk away with cash. So that's the biggest difference with all of it. Live at 10:45. What time is it? 10:40? Appreciate you. Amen, baby. Hey, man. Yudi. Hopefully you got it. Set to go. Puts locked and loading. Is rolling and naked much easier? Hell yeah. That's why I covered. That's like you saw it with the covered calls. Like, you guys don't remember what we did with Snapchat? Man, honestly. Man, do you guys not remember what the hell we did with that Snapchat covered call? Y'all, they don't know about the roll. It's the refinance, babe. Lending. Shout out Lending Tips. Lending Tips taught me how to refinance. You know that? I learned refinancing from Lending Tips. He did my first ever refinance for me. Shout out to Lending Tips. That's all it is. That's all this is. This is literally all we've done is refinance the trade on every single one. But do you see why? Like, literally Snapchat, if we didn't do the rollover when it made as much sense as it did to get back I got back my credit with upside. That's what you want when you roll over. You want to be able to not only get your money back, but still have upside. So you saw that with Snap. Otherwise, I would have sold 400 shares at $21 last week. But we were able to get out of it. You guys saw that. Now I can't wait to re-roll it over. I have a 10 at 10 on my Jesus. I think I clap at you like last week. Jesus wouldn't clap at you like that. He would just ask you some questions and make you feel stupid. No. Am I going to watch the Borat movie on Friday? I would love to say yes, but I don't want a crazy... I think that stalker guy's gone. But yeah, I love Borat. And even if he's not gone, I still love him. And I still love Borat. Y'all need to stop being witches. Don't try to change people. Because we love you, and we love to do it. We do. Yes, Mesh. Nice. How are you? Welcome to the stock market live. Huh? In my country, the people they trade options on camel. Huh? Yes, Mesh. My name Borat. My brother Bilo. You will never get this. So you want to change your name? I was thinking about changing my name to Colt. But that'd be too easy to spot. I was also going to get a tattoo the other day. You know that? But they wouldn't let me. They said, so is this true? Am I not allowed to tattoo my hands if I don't have any other tattoos? They said you're not allowed to do that. Because I said I was just going to tattoo Colt on my knuckles. Yeah, the idea was fleeting, though. So I don't have it anymore, and I don't think I want one. But it was a good idea at the time. I was like, if I was ever going to tattoo anything, it'd probably be Colt on my knuckles. So it's dropping here. Yeah, Pelosi's about to come on. I'll put her on for you. One of your best ideas, you think? People can't stop talking about Snapchat, but I feel. SPY picking up now. This is almost a third of a percent. Okay, I got Miss Pelosi up, but she is not up. If that makes sense. We're waiting on the Pelosi train. You regretted getting tattoos when you started reading the Bible? That wasn't the Bible. That's society. God still loves you. Okay, I still love you too. If it pleases the Lord, you're right where you want to be. Everything happened for a reason. Don't let them shame you. Don't let them shame you for. They worse than you. Nobody in here could point a finger. Hypocrites. You gotta drop the book if they drop stim? What do you mean? 30% feels big. Yeah. It does feel big, but it's just because it's the velocity here. So this is just like it adds up. So even though this is like it's slower, but it's starting to add up. But that was the difference, you know, when we were seeing those big 7% days, it was just every, you know, it would add up, but the candles were a lot bigger. There's a lot more velocity. I'm not a man of hate, but Pelosi grinds my gears. Well, don't let anybody take your peace from you. Honestly, just it's an opportunity to show love. It's very difficult, but you do it. Sounds like a man of hate to me. Why are you judging him? Like, why are you going to do that to someone? It'll leave you clapped, you know, and then you're going to get, you know, you got negative feelings towards him now. You see what I'm saying? And then why you got to send any vibes like that? They don't. It's not worth it. I think a lot of, that's what it is. You guys don't know what you have. Honestly, do we have any doctors in here? Can I make this a medical designation? I want to make a medical designation because I know what you guys all have. I had it too. I think I do have it still, but it's just not nearly as bad as some of you guys. You have trader rage. That's what it is. It's trader rage. Like I think it's actually like it's just trader rage. Like it's a real thing. Like it's a real ass thing. Like most traders, like you guys are just rage. Like it's like an anger. It's like what happens in the market. Like it just sets you the fuck off. Like Pelosi all the way down to puts. Like that's why and not everybody is competing with you. Okay, let me start off to help you lower your trader rage. It's not, you know, everywhere else in the world is not the stock market. Okay, this is not a zero-sum game. Like it's very like that's where it starts. Like not everyone's competing with you. Okay, just because someone is doing something does not mean any less of you. Their plays won't take away from your just control. Like they just trader rage. Like you're bringing in like you. Oh, that scared the shit out of me, dude. I was like, I got oh, bro, it came out of my speakers. Dude. Oh, that terrified me. Speak the... All right, here's Miss Pelosi. Oh, dude, that scared the hell out of me, dude. Dude, I was like, why is there a masked Nancy Pelosi right behind me?
And run.
Holy shit.
Many of whom risk their lives.
Tell me if you hear it.
To save lives. And now they may lose their jobs. And over 1 million already have, because we have not honored them. We use all authority.
She's not talking like this.
Thank them and honor them and wish them well. If we do not want to allocate the resources
I think this is what she's doing on purpose.
For the money outlaid to fight the virus, to meet the health needs of people in their communities, as well as the revenue lost because of the virus.
What?
So we are, again, to protect the lives, the livelihood, and the life of our democracy.
Dog, what is this a joke?
Continue to be engaged
Hold
in
on.
negotiations.
Let me see if I can find another one.
And I am hopeful we will be able to reach agreement. We've made good progress this week on the subject of crushing the virus.
Does anybody have a different audio?
We're so long overdue to have a national strategic plan based on science, funded adequately,
No.
in order to get the job.
They're all like this.
I don't know what
Dude.
who or what the administration was relying on
Dude.
since February to neglect or to avoid, because we were not
Dude, that's
not
fucking
to crush
funny.
the virus. But we have made progress this week, because we will not go forward unless we get to the heart of the sadness of the matter and sadness of the matter. We are not going to be opening up our schools and our economy safely unless we crush the virus. So I'm pleased that we have reached a point where we at least, or they still haven't completely signed off on it, but I think we're just about there. That we will allocate, again, the resources.
I think the market's taking that as positive. She just said we're kind of there.
Health comes into a number of things: testing, tracing, treatment, sanitation, separation, mask wearing, all of the things that science tells us would have stopped the spread of this virus. In fact, a report this morning that had well over 100,000 people who could have been saved if we had engaged in those practices as science dictated, but was not followed.
Oh, nice. I closed out the Netflix $700 profit. It hit the 482. Remember, it expires tomorrow, but I closed it out at $1.30, $730 profit.
The vaccination, the vaccine, and the distribution of the vaccine, and how we meet the health needs of people who have lost their jobs and therefore lost their health care, or on unemployment, how we come with some assistance for health care to them. So that's the health care package that I think we're at a good place on. The issue of educating our children. I mentioned safety in the workplace and safety in our schools. Essential to crush the virus to make that happen. But in the meantime, our schools should be the safest places in America for our children to learn. Children learning, parents earning. If children can go to school, parents have an easier time of it to go to work. The workplace has to be safe, and that's part of our discussion here. But let me spend a moment on the schools, because it relates to everything we need to do for our children. It only takes, in other words, we can make our schools safe. It only takes money. And really not that much more money than that they have in the bill. But it's not just the money, it's how it is spent. For our schools, we need more space, more classrooms, and therefore more teachers, more support staff. We need better ventilation, technology to address some of the learning responsibilities that we have for our children. It's hard to understand why we would shortchange our children by holding back on what we need to do for our schools. So that remains one of our questions, and I'm hopeful. We exchanged text. We just sent them the most recent text. And that in that text we talk about why we need those resources. And our provenance of our members, of our numbers, are the American Association of School Superintendents, well-documented, institutional, academic, scientific basis as to why we need more resources to make our schools safe for our children. It seems to me that should be our highest priority, because children are affected so drastically by not being able to go to school. And many children are affected by the virus. You've heard me say again and again, if you're an African American child, you are 5 times more likely to go to the hospital for COVID than a white child. If you're an Hispanic child, you're 8 times more likely to go to the hospital for COVID than a white child. More people of color have died of coronavirus than white people. And that's why our Crush the Virus testing, tracing, treatment was so important, because we have to do what we need to do to make it happen, and to see the impact in the minority community, which they had erased from the bill, but now it is back. So the children, again, from the standpoint of COVID, are affected. From the standpoint of school safety are affected. And another point that affects the children is one thing that we have not received a positive answer yet, but I had been hopeful, we'll see, was to help children in families who've lost their jobs because of COVID, or children who are in families that are falling into poverty. The figures range from 6 to 8 million families more have fallen into poverty because the CARES Act benefits are running out. This can't happen in our country. How can we have a bill that sustains a CARES Act provision that gives $150 billion, $150 billion to the wealthiest families in our country, and won't give a third of that to the neediest families in our country so that they can get back on their feet? The economists in every place on the scale in terms of philosophy and experience, whether they're secretaries of the Treasury or some other academics, they have told us that the best dollars we can spend are the dollars we spend on the neediest. The neediest. They need the money the most, and therefore they will spend it the fastest, injecting demand into the economy, creating jobs, stimulus. Stimulus. It's also the right thing to do for our families, but it is also stimulus. And that holds true of what we have in the Earned Income Tax Credit refundability, the Child Independent Tax Credit refundable, the Child Tax Credit. It makes a tremendous difference in the lives of these families as they hopefully will return to work and more work, because some of them are still working. These are the working poor. Essential to our children's well-being, whether it's their education or their health or their economic security, is honoring our heroes. I talked about them before. And again, we're not going to have safe schools unless we have strong support not only from the federal government, but also from state and local government, who largely fund, over 90% of education is funded. Public education is funded at the state and local government. The money from the federal government is largely about helping children who are in economically disadvantaged situations, as well as children with disabilities. So again, if you're hurting kids if you're not doing state and local, you're hurting kids if you're not doing enough for education, you're hurting kids if you're giving tax breaks to the rich and ignoring their families, you're hurting kids if you're doing, unless you're doing what we need to do to crush the virus. And then putting money into people's pockets, that's one way, and the other is, we've come, I think, to terms on the direct payments. But we still haven't come to terms on, and I'm sad about this because it's so central to who we are as a people and so called for in our Constitution, and that would be the census and the elections. So that's where we are on that. And again, we're having to make a case to crush the virus at the same time as they are crushing the Affordable Care Act. They're in court, people talk about it's 12 days until the election. It's 19 days before we go before the Supreme Court for the oral arguments to overturn the Affordable Care Act. A goal of this president and Republicans, attorneys general across the country.
You remember when they first brought that up 3 weeks ago.
That's why they're in such a hurry to confirm a justice who shares their view, as she has written, who shares their view and she's even written about it and criticized the Chief Justice for his support of it. But even on top of all of that, Senator Feinstein asked the nominee if she believed that the Medicare was constitutional, and she could not respond. She did not give an answer to that. She said she could not answer that question in the abstract. Here we have a nominee endangering one of the most sacred American pillars of health and financial security for seniors and their families. I cannot answer that in the abstract. Is Medicare constitutional? No surprise to any of us here, because for years we've been hearing the Republicans say Medicare should wither on the vine. Medicare should wither on the vine. So we have a lot at stake in this nomination, and therefore all the more at stake in this election. One of the things I got the most calls about the hearings was what she said when she was asked about the climate crisis. She said, it was asked if it were happening, and she said, she was asked about the scientific fact that climate change is happening. She called it controversial. I'm certainly not a scientist. I've read things about climate change. I would not say I have firm views on that. Really? Defiance of science. We see it throughout everything we do. Defiance of science and not facing up to the coronavirus so many months ago, where so many lives could have been saved. Defiance of science in terms of saving our planet. Defiance of science and recognizing the need for the Affordable Care Act to meet the needs, the health needs, and in effect the financial needs of America's families because of the cost of health care. And that's exactly what is on the ballot, the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act and the preventive care benefits that are in it, they will be gone and no longer required, because insurance companies will no longer be required to cover essential preventive services, which are some of the most popular aspects of the bill. The most well-known benefit that will be gone is the pre-existing condition protection. That benefit will be gone. Insurers will be able to deny people coverage because of pre-existing conditions. And now COVID has added millions of people to that list. Already about 150 million families are affected by the pre-existing condition challenge and therefore benefit from the Affordable Care Act. Medicaid expansion, states will lose their funding for the Medicaid expansion. And this is, people think of it as a poor children's initiative, and it is, thank God. But it is also a middle-class benefit because much of the money that is spent on long-term care for our seniors comes from Medicaid. Not so much anymore if the Republicans have their way and have a court that does not believe in precedent. Again, all the other things, being a woman, and under the Affordable Care Act, being a woman is no longer a pre-existing medical condition. We're back to that. If your child is on your policy up to 26 years old, forget about that. The list goes on and on. And
You're
we
almost
talked about the
30.
fact that those of us who are involved in Affordable Care Act,
Good
we're
job.
so proud that 20 million more people would have access to quality, affordable health care. But it's not just that. 150 million families have better benefits because of the Affordable Care Act. Let me name them again. A benefit of having a pre-existing condition protection, preventive care benefits, Medicaid expansion, women paid more before the Affordable Care Act. But you know the list. So in any event, this election becomes very, very important because no matter what the court does, now that they've lined it up against the American people, against their good health, we in the Congress can change all of that. We've already introduced legislation to enhance the Affordable Care Act because we know any bill can always be better. Any legislation can always be better. But people have to know, don't be afraid of the court, as scary as it is as we approach Halloween. Understand that the election has ramifications. We win the House, the Senate, and the White House will be able to have an even stronger Affordable Care Act to overcome what the Supreme Court may dangerously do. Not even knowing if Medicare is constitutional, and again, criticizing the Chief Justice for his vote in support of the Affordable Care Act's constitutionality when that vote came up. One other subject I wanted to bring up is the subject of the foreign interference in our elections. When I leave here, I will go to a briefing from the DNI and perhaps others. And I'll be very interested to hear what they have to say in a classified briefing. Because everything we have seen in the public domain does not justify the statements that we heard yesterday. We don't want any foreign interference in our elections from anyone. We think intimidation in the election is wrong, foreign or domestic. Foreign or domestic. So to give equivalence to one country and another when we know that Russia has for a long time, 24/7, in the past election and this one, been there to undermine our election.
Again? They back?
They tried to make an equivalence with China. I take second place to no one in this Congress in my criticisms of China, whether it's human rights, whether it's trade violations, whether it's proliferation of weapons technology that are dangerous and sending it to rogue nations. But the fact I know what they're doing, I've tracked them every day for 30 years or a little bit more. But in the public domain, you can see that what they are doing is their usual trying to infiltrate the thinking of people in our country to be sympathetic to China. A lot less to do with the elections. Russia is the villain here. From what we've seen in the public domain, Iran is a bad actor, but in no way equivalent. And they always try to find some equivalence to protect their friend, Russia. I have confidence in the director of the FBI that votes will be protected, that laws will not be violated, and we don't want this message coming out from the DNI now to give people any impression that they should be afraid to vote, that their vote will not be counted as cast. I'll be eager to hear what they have to say. I'm glad I'm having this meeting with you before I hear what they have to say, because everything I've said to you now is in the public domain. Elections are sacred. They should be treated with respect. I don't know what the DNI is up to with this. Hopefully it is wholesome. That remains to be seen. Again, I urge everyone to vote. There's a lot of poison out there. Best antidote to the poison is the vote. Is the vote. Over 30, is it over 30 million people have voted by now? 42 million people have voted already. God bless them, whoever they voted for. God bless them for exercising their sacred right to vote and to do so in such a patriotic way, waiting in lines and the rest. And I hope that will continue well up until the close of polls on Election Day. 12 days and, let me say, about 10, not 10 hours, well, 10 hours from now in California. And I have to always think in terms of California. With that, I'll be pleased to take any questions you have. Garrett?
Speaker, forgive my cynicism, but I don't understand your optimism on a deal on the COVID relief. I mean, you're 12 days out from an election with a president you expected to defeat.
12 days.
Who you'd need to convince anybody in his party in the Senate to vote for this thing. They don't seem to have any appetite to vote for anything bigger than this, $500 billion package on the Senate side. And we're months into this. I don't understand. Are these talks going just to keep the talks going at this point? I just fail to see how this happens.
Give her a question.
Let me just say this. If these talks did not have a purpose, and if we were not making progress, I wouldn't spend 5 seconds in these conversations. And I say that in friendship to the secretary. Why would I even be talking to you? And he says the same thing to me. Why would I even be talking to you? So this is not anything other than I think, a serious attempt. I do believe that both sides want to reach an agreement. I can't answer for the disarray on the Senate side. One day the leader says, I don't want to do it before the election, put it together, we'll do it after. Another day he'll say, send it over and I'll put it on the floor sometime. Another day he says other things. It's not up to me to psych out Mitch McConnell. It's about the President of the United States engaging in a discussion that it's up to him to deliver what can happen on the Senate side. But again, as I've said to you before, we're not going to make the world straight in this bill, but we are going to crush the virus. Finally, take a step to crush the virus and do other things, and we can't pass a bill that makes matters worse, which is what everything, every time they do something, they have something in there that 1 step forward, 2 steps back. No, we want to keep going in a forward direction. I mean, I'm used to negotiations, and when you get to the end, it's really the hardest part. But we've sent more paper over. I told you one of the big issues is education. We have a different view of how money should be spent. The money should be spent on education. Again, grounded in what we are told by the Association of Superintendents of School, other associations which have no political cast. They're just objective measures of what is needed. And we could do something great, and I'm still optimistic that we can do that. We'll have to compromise. We can't swallow, neither side can swallow poison pills, and we're narrowing those differences. Yes, sir.
Do you?
Well, 1, 2.
Okay.
If you can get a deal, if over the next 72 hours you and your nation could put pen to paper and make a bill, would you bring it to the floor next week, or do you think we need to wait till after the election?
Well, as I said, we have a hypothetical, if we can get an agreement. I think that we can, but again, we're legislators. We understand how long things take. They're not in the White House. They're not. So I keep saying it's just not a question of us agreeing.
Who are they?
In a room. It's a question of the CBO weighing in with the score. The Legislative Council writes these things, raising their questions and putting it in legislative order. It takes time. I wanted to take the opportunity you've given me to salute my chairs, because before me
And the veterans. Shout out to vets. We salute you too.
Report to them as to what happened in their particular arena. And they're so smart, and their staffs are so, shall we say, professional in getting into print what we were talking about. So it takes time, because this is not slamming down what time we're going to have dinner next week. This is about establishing a plan to crush a virus, to honor our heroes, to put money in the pockets of the American people, and do so in a way that does not harm our children, but in fact improves it. So it can happen. It's up to them. It's really up to them. And when people say, take the deal, there was no deal. What deal? Was the deal one-sided? Take their bill? No, it wasn't possible. It wasn't possible. It didn't crush the virus. It didn't do any of the things it was supposed to do. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pleased at where we are now. And if we can resolve some of these things in the next few days, it'll take a while to write the bill. I'd hope that we could be writing starting now, and we are putting pen to paper in certain easier parts of the bill. But it's close. It's close. And the question is, where will the president be at any given moment? He's been all over the map, all over the lot. But I think that we have gotten them to a good place to agree, especially on crushing the virus. This is a major, major advance. Yes, sir?
You kind of put it on the floor?
It depends on when we finish.
Okay.
It is when we finish.
Have,
Yes, sir.
have you come to an agreement on state and local funding?
No.
No, and on liability?
Liability.
Madam Speaker, these
What?
year's allegations.
Wait, why aren't questions being answered?
Excuse me.
Raised in recent
do you have a
days.
question?
Have Democrats?
I'm sorry, I'm not
are
answering
they
your
gonna be
questions,
responding
okay?
to
We're
this in any way?
talking about the coronavirus. That's
I'm
what-
answering your
I don't have all
questions.
day for questions. That's what we're taking now.
Tell him,
Anybody have a
Nancy!
question on the coronavirus negotiations? Yes.
Fucking tell him.
How confident you were that 13 Republicans...
Don't let 'em punk you like that.
And skepticism of the Senate Majority Whip's doing about not having it up. And then also, have you had discussions with Mnuchin about convincing Republican senators?
Let me say this, I'm not particularly interested in a bill that has 13 senators. We have to have strong bipartisanship on the legislation that we come together on. I would hope that we could have bipartisanship in the House and in the Senate. We've negotiated 4 of these bills. The last bill, the CARES Act, was a terrible bill. It was corporate trickle down. We had our bill take responsibility, and we brought it to bubble up. We didn't get everything we wanted. They still got the $150
Just
billion
notice, Uncle has kept a
for
smile
the
this whole
richest
time.
people in America. But nonetheless, we got a bill that made, I think, a good difference. Not everything, but a good difference. So that's not, getting Republican votes is not my job, in case you didn't notice. That's
Not
up to
my
them.
job.
That's up to them. And again, they know, I think they come to the table with some level of confidence that if we can reach an agreement, that we can. The president wants a bill. The president wants a bill, and so that's part of the opportunity that we have. Yes, ma'am.
Forgive me on that. You say the president wants a deal. The president wants a deal until the minute he decides that he doesn't want a deal.
Yes, she's trying to negotiate. That phrase right there says a lot.
It's called disarray. Mitch McConnell, the president.
And you're also running up against some logistics in terms of trying to get this, like you said, you still got things you got to work out on state and local. You still got things you got to work out and get pen to paper and get it done. So that comes up against actual election day. So is it more important to get it done before election day, or is it more important to get it done and you don't really care when that happens as long as it gets done? Like, are you willing to wait until after to get what you want, or do you need it before?
Well, we're not going to agree to a bill that is not acceptable to my caucus and to my chairs who've effectively written the HEROES Act. I think we're talking about the same thing. It's only about time. Now, somebody may make a decision on their side that they don't want it before the election. I think it is arranged for us to pass it before the election. But it's not up to me to decide what the Senate does. That's a conversation between the president and the majority leader. But we wouldn't take less of a bill to get it sooner. We want the best bill in range. And again, as I've said, and I'll end with this, what I say is help is on the way. It will be bigger. It will be better. It will be safer. And it will be retroactive. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, Nancy. We love you. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. That was Nancy Pelosi, everybody. You're here with Stock Market Live. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Yeah, get the fuck out of there, reporters. Thank you. Clear the airways. Oh, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Okay, yeah, and that was Nancy Pelosi, your Speaker of the House. We have a lot of other things coming on here, so I hope you guys are ready. Make sure you're subscribed. Live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. So that was fun. More stimulus. You guys are seeing the market do a different reaction today because instead of going up, we went down. And then now we're getting the little it wasn't as It's weird because she didn't say things as hopeful. Some of the comments, I think the only thing that she said was that she wouldn't be negotiating if they didn't think they could have a deal. But notice how the timeline is getting a lot more muddied. You don't really know when we don't know. They're talking election, but it just, you don't know what it is. And again, I think it was hilarious. I mean, do you guys realize, her with I think the mask thing was more political today because I think it made a lot more sense if you're asking for a lot of money to fight the virus. So, she was doing her part by being muffled, but it's interesting, very, very interesting in the sense that I don't know how this moves the puck at all. So they're definitely going to have a different briefing here, but this is gonna it's just all politics. I don't think the market is just not really willing to react just yet. And I say just yet, we'll see. I mean, I really think. We know with all these earnings coming up next week as well as, we'll see how we end this week, but very, that was weird. I don't know. That one was just a lot. And I say that just because it seems like now, you're getting little pops in the market off of it. Again, that hopeful reaction, but it's just not the same. I mean, in the sense that the deal, it seems like it's deteriorating right in front of us. But I need to go to the bathroom, so make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video or your mobile. Press high chat, X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Actually, it's already 8:30. We've been here for 2.5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Sitting is the new smoking. I need you to get beside your desk and do 10 push-ups. You can't do 10, you do 5. Can't do 5, you do 4. Can't do 4, you do 2. Can't do 2, you do 1. You can't do 1, you get your knees, do a push-up, plank, the worm, anything. Get some level of physical activity every hour. Then optometrist recommendation. Stare at an object 10, 20, 30 feet away. Blink a few times. Oh, feels great. Relax those pretty little eyeballs. Feels good. Drop your shoulders. Some of you are scrunching up your shoulders right now. Nobody is attacking you. You do not need to be fearful. You are not running away from Mr. Trump nor Pelosi. You are in your home, so you have nothing to worry about in this moment. Drop your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Fix that nerd neck. Flex your core. Tuck the hips in. Boom. Beautiful posture. Chest to the sun now. Look at that. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. Wow. See, it's adding up. I told you. Hey, man. Now relax your jaw. Fix some of that TMJ. Breathe out. Breathe in really deep. Breathe out with your tongue out. Go. There you go. Scrunch up your shoulders. Make sure your feet are in front of you. Okay, feet in front of you. All my nerds out there. You're sitting there with your legs wrapped around your chair like you are on a carousel. You want me to push you? You want to go around the carousel? What are you doing? Put your feet flat in front of you. Thank you. 90-degree angle minimum. You could do a 45. Just put them out in front of you. They shouldn't be there. They should not. No. Yeah. Good. You can't relax your jaw. Keep your mouth open. Go act like you're drunk. You can't relax your jaw. Tell me a sentence and pretend you're drunk. Hey. I just wanted to, hey, what's his name? He said, what's his name in the chat? I kept from my jaw. Joey? Hey, Joey. My name's Joey, too. Is your jaw relaxed now? I feel like I have a really relaxed jaw right now. I don't even know. I need to do my push-ups. Yeah, Okay, so you do just push-up, dragon breath. See, boom. Now you look at that. Now your jaw's relaxed. Y'all thought this was a game. Ugh. Did you see LT? I didn't realize you were saying LT's having a baby. Well, I don't think he's having the baby, but I think his wife is. So that's cool. I was like, what are you guys saying? Push-ups get you going, bro. It gets the body, blood. Oh. Trump tweet on 60 Minutes CNBC. CBS. Oh, man. Try impossible. 1 minute, 30 seconds going down. What do you mean? Why? That's crazy. Is someone going to clap that guy? Which one? The guy who says Trump is the worst president ever? I won't clap him. I think a more counter, like that's what people don't realize. Like you guys, especially if you don't want to debate with people because like wouldn't it be awful if I just came out and I was like, now that you're reminding me about the election, what if I told everybody, I'm like, hey, maybe I'm considering voting for Trump now. You see what I'm saying? It would create the reverse. You see what I'm saying? So just keep it love and respectful. You know what I'm saying? No need to bring it in there. I know everybody just be nice to each other. Just be nice to each other. That's all. Is today debate night? Ooh, it's the last one. I'm excited. But I'm going to go to the bathroom now. New guys, don't be too shy to say hi or too high to say shy. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Keep it positive and respectful. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hi. Hi. How are you guys? It's 8:30. Only 2 hours. Today kind of feels like a long day in a weird way. I think it's because we usually expect this move towards the end of the day. And then now we started with that. I guess these last few days, I need some water too. Stay hydrated. I was clapped yesterday. Appreciate your attitude, respectful comments on your streams. Watch you really entertaining. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not what's it called? I'm not the best, you know. I have my moments too. I try to be fair and balanced with it and positive, but you know, everybody falls short. So please don't, you know. That's why we try to encourage people and not hold it against them too hard, but I will ban the shit out of you. But you get what I'm saying. You know? Let me grab a water. Move it up. I like checking. This guy's good. Make your own good decisions. Amen. Small good decisions. Amen. I didn't see the Trump 60 Minutes. Did it already come out? I want to see that. I want to see I want to see Bull Rap. Those will be good. It's on Facebook. What happened? Can you give me a too long dinner read? Trump walked out. That's it? Excuse me. It didn't come out yet? Thank you for the blessings. Feel blessed after that sneeze. Woo! It's game time, baby. It's game time. It's early. We got young intel today. What else? What other stuff is after hours? Daughter's 11th birthday. Has a better long-term portfolio. Me, and I'm proud of it. Oh, let's go. God bless Josh and Nicole. God bless you and your daughter, man. Horn! Yes. Yes. I love it. Even with watching Snapchat, I love it. I forgot. All of you guys got these long terms for your kids. All of us are going to have spoiled ass kids, huh? Because ain't nobody gave us a long-term portfolio. What kind of this is bullshit. Ain't nobody handed us a long-term portfolio. None of our parents knew about that. And if yours did and you didn't get one, I mean, you played yourself. But still, man, that's crazy. I forgot. Amen. 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 Ooh. Wow. I love it. I gave my parents a long term. Amen. Amen. I feel you. I feel you. Heavy. Put credit spread. Can you help me make sure I'm doing it right? Where are you at now? Did you watch that rollover video I posted last week? It's really, really helpful because the thing, I'm down to help you. It just gets difficult here if it's live and then the chat and everything else. But the idea is you just close out the play you have and then you reopen a play with the same exact play for more time or a similar one. And the idea is to get back the same credit you closed at. So if it costs you $2,000 to close the play, you want to do another spread, similar direction, or again, that plays it. And then you want to be able to, get back the same amount. You have a 5, 12, 15. What's it worth now? So how much are you negative? And then what's the market value? My 5-week-old Social Security card came in. I'm about to start his long term with next month's deposit. That's wild. That's awesome. You could do it in separate transactions. It doesn't matter, but just get the concept. That's the key. That's a great question. That's where people are like, why do you do it? It doesn't matter how you do it. The idea is how much money came out, how much money comes in. That's it. That's why even with these DraftKings plays, like $18,000, I don't have it now to open the play, but I get that in full credit. I'm getting 19,000 back. I'm down 18. I'm getting 19 back. That's all you have to do. So if you're down $2,000 or the play costs $2,000 to close, $2,000 goes out. You close that play. However you do it, you just go buy another one. Does it have to be next week? No, you could do any. So I rolled over last week to this week on the DraftKings, and then today I rolled over there at the bottom. I says, screw that. Let me get till November and call it a day. It's all up to you. You don't need to stay married to the underlying. Yes, you could always do another credit spread. Well, not on a different stock. Again, the idea is, what do you think the stock is going to do? I don't view this as just like, yes, it's money in and out, but you played that play for a reason, right? So that's the idea is you don't have to be married to the same strike price. You could switch those up. But the idea is the idea is be rational. I mean, honestly, use common sense. Understand what a rollover is. Understand money in, money out. That's it. Like, if it wouldn't make any sense if you could roll over and all it's going to cost you is tying up your capital. And, it's, again, yes, there's opportunity cost, but most of you're probably going to blow it anyways. I mean, usually it's just not that bad to roll over. Again, rationally speaking, if the numbers are there. If it's a refinance, it's a refinance. That's all it is. So it's like if you could refinance your home with no closing costs and it's going to save you a couple $100s a month, why wouldn't you? Or if you could roll over the closing costs and then it's still going to save you money, then there you go. Hi. Will you choose DraftKings or Snapchat? Yeah, I mean, there's other companies you could pick. Get them whatever, really. It's which one do you like the most, too? But then be careful. I don't want you to get him DraftKings and then he, becomes a gambler. Just because, the symbolism. No, I'm kidding. Ford? Why not? I like Snap is up. I like Snap. DraftKings, Uber. It's a boy. I don't know if you should get him Ulta. I like Rocket Mortgage. That's true. I do shop at Ulta. Only if I'm with people. I'll get some stuff. They got good conditioner. I got luscious locks. If DraftKings bounced, would you lose on the rollover? No, I win on the rollover. I got more credit. So that rollover I did, I made more credit on it. Ulta foot peel bags. There you go. You sleeping on the likes? Press hide chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Among Us. Who are our imposters? Who's not liking the video? DraftKings earnings in November something. I hope it's November 20th. Hold out even when the trade is against me. Been so much more profitable in doing, especially with all this news. Amen. Amen. Don't be as reactive. Yeah, November 13th. That's what it comes out to, man. That's what it comes down to. Timing, the emotional. That's why, I mean, common sense. But that's why, too, on some of these plays, credit spreads, option plays, the biggest thing you guys got to get away from is putting a big amount of money, hoping you're not going to, you're like, okay, I'm going to put $10,000 in just to take a little bit, and then it turns into a situation you can't hold out. Clearly with credit spreads, clearly with stocks, long-term, time is your advantage. So, or how you're able to hold it or having capital to be able to scale it in. That's why I say just going small is going to be really, that's really the key, and then timing, handling the emotions with it. Yeah, I can't wait for some Abby vibe. Some point of PDT. It's to prevent people from speculation and taking losses, and exactly what I just told you. Because with PDT, that's what happens. People would do that. People would they would react too quickly. They're not letting. That's not just that. You're more prone to lose. So if you don't understand the logic of why you shouldn't do that, it would lead. People were losing money. It started from 2001. They implemented PDT after the tech bubble because of all the stuff that was happening. It's very because 25. I mean, realistically, I've said this before. It's very, very simple. I mean this respectfully. Some of you, I get everybody's positions. Some of you agree, some of you don't. But this is to highlight it because I see a lot of younger people. They're like, I get rid of PDT. You guys know PDT doesn't matter. It's not going to stop your life. So you could F you PDT. Very easy. Very, very easy. But $25,000 is not a lot of money. So the law is in place where it's saying if you have $25,000 residually, you should have the net worth to be able to absorb the loss, or you understand, in taking that time to acquire $25,000, it should be there so that you're not, you should know the full risks of investing in what you're doing. PDT will definitely keep you, it's safe. Again, you see it. I barely day trade. I don't need to day trade to get the profits that we get, even through all of it. Honestly, even DraftKings, man, think about DraftKings, think about some of the slow bleeding we've done. We're still up over six figures on this year. So you don't need a day trade for that. You should have $25,000 in a long. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine building up a $25,000 long term, and then you could add $1,000, $500, and then day trade if you really wanted to. But it's, again, you could do a cash account for options. You don't really need to, but there's other things you could do. I don't think we've done 3-day trades. It's not necessary. I mean, if sometimes, I panic on certain trades, I'll get in and get out, it adds flexibility, but that's the whole point. Your money should give you flexibility. It should act as a defense, but a lot of people will end up, it hurts you. That's it. If you going in and out of securities will kill you. I'm wrong. PD sucks. You can lose money. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, it's a good rule. Trust me. You would have said the same thing on the other case. I mean, the question is, tell me PDT sucks if you have more than 25K. If you've saved up money, if you've put in work, dude, how do you get $25,000? Think about that for some of you guys. Do you not value it? Think about if you worked so hard to save up $25,000 and then you lose 20% in a day, and it took you how many months, how many years to save up? Not everybody, you can get 25. Again, think about it though. That's the point it's saying. The idea is that even 25 is not a large amount, but it is large enough that it should take some effort to acquire. So if you could lose it effortlessly, it doesn't, that's a risk. They did it for liability because then you guys would sue them, because then you would it's their fault if they let you do that. to give a loaded gun to a kid with no training and he doesn't know how it works, you're going to lose. It's literally training you to be a good trader. Do you guys realize that? Because think about it. Some of you are like, oh, it's not letting me do this. It's limiting your moves because profitability in stock markets do not historically make you return money that quickly. That's not where the money comes. Like, we didn't make Snapchat in a day. If you anybody who day traded Snapchat, that's like we won regardless in a weird way. Yeah, you may have made a trade here. What did you lose it? This and that. I don't know. We're holding 200% equity. That's it. You see what I'm saying? It didn't happen 1 month. Yeah, some people bought it, some people sold. You could have done everything, but it's just literally holding time. Most gains come with time. So it's kind of good. It's good training. Literally. It's like, honestly, I see PDT is how I work out at the gym now. The first time I got really into the gym, I got really, really big. I lifted a lot. I did a lot of things, and I got really, really big. I got strong, but I got injured. I had bad posture, all sorts of things. It's PDT helps keep your posture. It helps you keep your form so that your good trades, high probability, or you shouldn't have to move. If you have to keep moving your money, that means you are a volatile person. You are not grounded. You are unstable. If you think about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, when you put money into a house, even if you wanted to flip it, it would take a month. The money doesn't just come back out. That's the problem with when you give a highly liquid market. You need some. If you're not familiar, again, if you don't even know the pure definition of liquidity, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that comes into there, but if you have to keep making, changing your mind, that's not a good that's never been a good investment strategy. No one has ever said, oh, I just kept changing my idea and I kept changing my mind and I ran into success. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Because then eventually you had Tesla, then you sold it. And then you went to somewhere else and now you're a Nikolai. And then you see eventually the music will stop. But no one's done that. No one's gotten success through doing that. That's why, what I teach here, the number one thing I teach, I don't think you guys, that's why I say, like, none of the trades are a recommendation. I've outlined the long term for you. It's long term. It's just not sexy. I can't sell you that. I cannot sell you that. It's not as entertaining. You know how many people got rich and I've changed their life because they've just listened to me for a month and then they went back to work and then they just did the long term. Like, that's it. That's all. Like, that's all you have to do. Like, it's not sexy at all. But that's how you get rich in the stock market, when you understand this is a giant game of Shark Tank. That's all it is. You want to own equity. Your goal in life should be owning these companies so that you could own them, and these companies work while you're working and doing other stuff as well too. Yeah, Myrna's popping. You can't diversify with PDT. What the fuck are you gonna diversify in 3 days? In 5 days, you're going to tell me you're going to get in something, then out of something, in something, then out of something, in something, and then out of something. In that diversify, what the hell are you talking about? That's not diversification. That's make your damn mind up. What do you want to hold? I got this whole damn portfolio. This is all of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 19 stocks in a year. You know what I'm saying? You could do 3 a week. You got 52 weeks. You could buy once a week and you still have, 40 weeks left. You don't even chill, bro. Diversify. That's good. See, you got to learn diversification. That's what they want you to learn, diversification, before you learn trading. That's the point of PDT. You shouldn't go, again, you understand the concept of diversification, understand everything that leads up to trading. And then you'll see then you'll be able to use your money with freedom. That's it. There's no, why, dude, do you not remember when you got your driver's license? You guys don't remember when you were 16 and you couldn't drive at certain times, or somebody had to be in the car with the permit, and that you guys don't remember that, and then nobody could be in the car with you for 12 months. No, nobody remembers that. That's with a motor vehicle. I think it's kind of, you could still kill somebody in a car. You could, all of that. It's, think about that. But this is your money. This is like, so again, imagine you saved, you worked, you get paid $8 an hour, $10 an hour. You make $50,000 in a year, and you put half of that into an account and then lose it in 10 minutes. They don't want that to happen. I know you think they're trying to hold you down, but it's really, again, you have resources. I'm here to teach you. I'm here where you have the whole cult here to lift you up with it. It's very, very, you could get, that's it. Give me time and patience. But if you want to force the clock and go faster, you want to lift, your muscles could handle it. Your money, your mindset, you may be able to handle it, but your tendons can't. You're going to tear something. If you do what you want, though, that's it. But I wouldn't despise it as much as I would inquire about it. Implore PDT without a negative mindset and see where it leads you. Understand why. Go look into the history. Understand what is the performance of day trades. What's the performance if you are swapping and rebalancing every 3 days versus holding. Go see where people have made money, where people have lost money. Again, I could sell you, dude. Did you see my Netflix? Imagine, you guys have seen some bad plays, but you could see some timing off front. You've seen some crazy shit at me, I could show you some crazy shit. I could sell that in a day trading course. Easy. And then I could say, PDT, I have a trick to get around PDT. Boom. Encourage your ass to go take your only $2,000 and fucking jack it up with steroids and then throw it into the market ready to go for the hopes of a crazy gain. That sells. Just go get a long-term build. You want 3 stocks in a week. I'm telling you, 1 stock a week, you'll build a portfolio with not even half a year. But that's where everybody's made money. That's where a lot of people have gotten stupid, filthy rich. Stupid, filthy rich. If you've been holding Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, any Shopify, even if you bought Zoom this year, even if you bought damn Snapchat, depending on your savings level and how much you put in, and then the amount of time, you still got filthy rich in a crazy, ridiculous low amount of time just by owning equity. You don't disagree, but they really care about protecting retail investors. They do. It's not their job to educate you. Why would they educate you on PDT when the whole entire public school system is dog shit? They don't even teach you about economics in high school fully. Why are they going to take their time in an independent industry that is not from the state to educate you on how to use your money? If they weren't protecting you, I would let you do whatever you want and I'd rob you. It's very simple. No rules. Have you ever played a MMORPG? You know what PKing is? I would take you to the wilderness. That's what the PDT is saving your ass. I'm a shark. I'm a baby shark comparatively. These guys, what do you mean? No PDT, come trade, please. Come, let me show you. I got many Motley Fool articles and many OTC stocks. Come here. Don't worry, we're going to all get rich. And they'll rob your ass. What do you mean they're not protecting you? And you won't even know. And you're still going to point the finger at them and be like, they're trying to hold us down. Nah. That's it. You realize the institution in Wall Street is more pissed off if you own a long-term account, just like we have? You realize that? You're more liable to they don't want you to have a long-term. Think about every single thing in front of you right now. It's all fast. It's colors. They don't even show you dollar symbols anywhere on the platform except 2 places. This is a damn casino. They don't want you to have a long-term. 90% of people lose. That's where the money comes from. The people with the long terms are not losing. If you've done it in a way where it makes, common sense. They want you to trade. They make money on commissions. High frequency traders, commissions. We do real estate and loans. We want you to buy a house. We want you to sell a house. We make money off of that. That's how the whole '08 bubble started, because they were making money getting you to do shit. So when they tell you not to do shit, they can't make money off of it. Think about it. How many people tell you to make a long-term account without saying, let me do it for you and give me 2% for the rest of the next 40 years? I'll wait. Not too many people. I don't think anybody. That's why they turned it to an industry to go get a long-term. It's called 401ks. It's called financial advisors. I'm not a financial advisor. Option trading is extremely risky. You can't lose off on much financial investment. Please consult with a financial advisor. Educational purpose only. You see that disclaimer right there? Keep that in mind. Why? That's it. You say the disclaimer. That's it. And then they'll say that to you, and then they'll take it from you. It's very, very simple. But I'm telling you, they're making, so they don't want you to have a long term. Don't get a long. If you think that the guy is trying to keep you down, you think the man is trying to keep you down, you think you're poor, and you think it's trying to stop you from this and that, get a long term. I asked it today. I said, how many of you guys got handed to you a long term when you were young? Nobody. Especially now, honestly, you guys are tripping out on what? When Nancy was saying that about the minorities and the virus, I don't think some of you get that. It's not like the virus is racist. There is just economical effects in different industries and different people. You think I'm considered a minority? Do you think I was supposed to have a long-term account? Do you think anybody who could be related to me was passed down wealth or was passed down a long-term investment in United States equities? You're kidding me. Nobody gets that. Nobody's taught that. They don't want you to have that because you'd be rich. That's it. That's why it's crazy. It's not. It has nothing to do with race. It's education. This is not. It's all education. It's education and access to resources. That's why some of you guys, yes, that's like saying money is racist. Money's not racist, but there is income inequality based off of what people are taught, society, culture. Even some of you guys in here, you promulgate telling people, oh, PDT is going to keep you down. That's poor culture. And that's going to keep people poor. And it's going to keep people never knowing it. And the only people who are going to believe that is people who are not exposed to proper education or people who took the time to give it to them. And then you see that in certain areas, in certain places, in certain communities, certain countries. That's just the reality of it. But that's why if you have this opportunity, you have ears right now and you could listen, you are smart, you are ambitious enough to have entered into the stock market, use your damn brain and look in front of you. That's it. You even see the long terms. People are making money doing nothing. We're sitting here. So I don't know. I don't think PDT is trying to stop you from anything. I don't think PDT is trying to keep you poor. I think people not getting you a long term is trying to keep you poor. I think that's robbing you. That's robbing your future. Imagine if you're young and you could benefit off a long term with time and you spend 5 years day trading. You just got robbed. That's keeping you down. That's a big difference. Over what? $20,000? Over what? 5,000 over 50%? You see what I'm saying? It's just different. It's a different game. What if I bought all-time stocks? You're young as shit. It doesn't matter. You're not give it 10, 20 years. It's just the timing. There's McAfee IPO. Does anybody know what what's it called? How many shares? How many million shares? 37. It opens below IPO. 30 million shares with 4 million over allotment. So at 15 mil. It's actually pretty good volume, but that's weird that it priced below. Usually I don't like it when they price below. Oh, McAfee? No, McAfee. Y'all crazy. The wealthy people's ability to invest. No, you have the ability to get wealthy. Every single one of you, regardless of where you were born, where you're from, or anything. Stocks and real estate is how a lot of people have built generational wealth, and you don't need anything. Immigrants come here and become millionaires off of this shit. Don't believe that lie. You have to be wealthy to do this, man. Listen, you believe it, bro. You believe it. Go ahead. That's your family, not mine. That's your future. That's not mine. But be careful. Stop telling that to people around you. That's it. Why are you trying to keep people down? Why are you trying to keep people around you down? Why do you want to destroy your community? Why would you want people to think they're crabs in a bucket and they're hopeless? What's wrong with you? Especially when you've never done it. What's wrong? What's wrong? No. What's wrong? There's something, like, you see what I'm saying? Do you get it? Any contributor of prosperity must in return prosper. Exactly. Contribute to prosperity, you'll become rich. Do the opposite. There you go. Dan, welcome to the cult. Hamza, we love you, baby. I am the ore and the smith. I will craft myself into a strong weapon by removing the impurities in me. God is my ally and my teacher. Wisdom is my friend and my lover. I won't give up. Amor fati. Horn. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Do you guys hear me? Hold on. Did I cut out? Do you guys hear me? Oh, no. My computer's sketching out. No, I don't know if you hear me. My thing's freezing. Hello? All right, I don't know. I think OBS is tripping out. My shit just got... Dude, that was scary. Yo, why are you calling me on Snapchat?
Hey, bro, let's go, baby!
Why are you calling me, though?
Yo, I wanted to help you. I wanted to help you fix your computer.
How?
Shoot, I don't know. Control delete.
Wait, who is this?
The cult, baby.
Oh, shit.
Did your audio go out on your...
We'll see how long it takes him to realize. I'll just answer the phone, and then I'll mute it. And then that's it. And I'll just put it down, and I'll just let them stay on the phone and talk to themselves. Dude, my shit is tripping out. Netflix coming down. Bro, what just happened? Do you guys see this? Like everything just got like bigger and blurry. Like, do you guys see the same thing I'm seeing? Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm tripping. Do you guys still hear me?